Hey guys, Trying here, bringing you a bit of a laid-back video. I've got two scripts in mind for two other videos that I'm working on, and I'm having a bit of trouble writing those. And my current plan to get a video out a month has been going strong, with two videos out in 2022 thus far. So this is my March video. I'm here to do some predictions for RWBY Volume 9. So, I'm looking to create more RWBY content. My video about Neapolitan got some pretty good feedback. I'm really happy with the video. I've got another RWBY video in the works and something else as well. And I have even considered doing Volume 9 episode reviews with a few friends of mine. So, I don't know if this is my transition into being a RWBY tuber. I don't know what the deal is. I'm just kind of making content as I want to, and I've got some ideas for videos. Like I said, I've got two scripts. Even though I did say, I think it was on Firestorm, that I wasn't really going to script videos anymore, these two kind of require it, just with how much information I'm covering. So, instead today, I'm going to bring you this. RWBY Volume 9 predictions. So, Volume 8. Holy shit, like, probably the most bizarre ending out of any volume of RWBY we've had thus far. And probably the one with one of the biggest cliffhangers. So, Atlas fell, and is going to slowly become Atlantis. Because, haha, puns and shit. Which, that's conclusive. It's conclusive that I believe Ironwood is dead. He was at the bottom of that part of Atlas that fell, so he would have had direct impact with the ground below. And I think someone, one of the guys that writes RWBY, either on Reddit or Twitter or something, confirmed that Ironwood is now dead. So RIP General James Ironwood. I might even make a video about you in the future as well, but he's been covered quite extensively. And Team RWBY of RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, John Ark and Neapolitan have all fallen into this void that was created by the Staff of Creation, Ambrosius, the guy that inhabits the Staff of Creation. And as shown at the end of Volume 8 and the Volume 9 teaser work in progress, there is this new magical world, and there has been a lot of speculation on what this world actually is. The only thing I did recall reading that I can remember is that the tree in the center of the island somewhat resembles the world tree. It's got some sort of ancient roots. Pun intended. It's got some sort of old, not predated knowledge that goes back a long time that I'm not quite familiar with. So, with 6 core members of the party falling into this void, and everyone that's left over can only believe that they're dead, and that would even include the antagonists. There is a lot riding on this next season, because I feel like we're almost going to go back to Volume 4 and Volume 5 vibes of having to cut between 2 or maybe even 3 central locations. Those locations being this island with Team RWBY, John and Neo, Vacuo with, who's there? We got the Schnees minus Weiss, including Winter, who's now the Winter Maiden. We got Oscar / Ozpin, we've got Nora, Ren, Emerald, and Klein, because he's cool. I wonder if they know that Jock's dead. they wouldn't know. They could assume as much. They wouldn't have any confirmation. But yeah, so that's their group, and then there's Salem and Cinder, who are returning to the, well, not the whale, but are returning to some sort of, I'm assuming, base. Actually, there might be 4 point of views. There is also Tyrion and Mercury. However, I feel like they won't get a lot of screen time before they're really brought in as threats. And there was also, yeah, at the end of Volume 8, quite a lot of deaths. We had, of course, Ironwood. We had Jacques. I don't know if it's actually been confirmed, but I'm ultimately sure Arthur Watts. Fuck you, I don't know how else he's gonna. I don't know how he's gonna get out of that. That was perhaps one of the most brutal, like, off-screen deaths, but one of the most brutal implied deaths. Like that shit. Oof, son. And Hazel as well. Hazel, R.I.P. So quite a lot of villains kicked the bucket, which is interesting. Moving forward, oh actually no, there's also going to be another point of view, a 6th point of view. There's going to be Crow, Robin, and the remainder of the Ace Ops, because I was just thinking about who else has died, and fucking Vine died. So there's going to be Crow, Robin, fast bitch that nobody likes, Harriet, I'm remembering the names, Harriet, Marrow, don't remember the name of the tough chick, damn it, oh well, which was strange, because I thought the tough chick and Vine were in a relationship, or at least it was kind of implied. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't, maybe they weren't, I don't know. But yeah, Harriet had more of a reaction to Vine dying than she did. Elm! There it is, Elm. Came back to me. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of different point of views in this coming volume, unless the crew of Crow, Robin, and all that. Let me start moving into the actual predictions I got. Most of these are going to be like just honest beliefs of what I actually think is going to happen, and because I've had these sorts of beliefs before. Like with RWBY, I have general predictions of things that are most likely going to go down. Like, say for example, going from Volume 7 to Volume 8, I, like many people, predicted, Penny is going to get hacked and she's going to open the vault and stuff like that. And Ironwoods is going to turn completely heel, which he did. But they always find ways to, like, tick those boxes and then take them way far. Like, they tick it and they keep that line going. Like, yeah, Penny got hacked, but then they had to make her a new robot body. Like, I didn't even consider that sort of thing. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more than general with this, but who knows. Okay, so, first of all, now, since I'm thinking about it, Crow, Robin, Harriet, Marrow, and Elm. I think, personally, they should find and pick up Pietro and Maria, because they kind of fell off the face of the planet, and might be dying out in the tundra, so please help them. I know you've got a big cast, RWBY, but please help the 2 old people. So I feel like they're going to pick up them, and then probably, I don't know how exactly they'd figure out what the go is. I'd also guess that Pietro would somehow have a connection or a device that allows him to view Penny, or at least Penny's memories. Even though Penny, her robot body got disintegrated, I had a feeling that maybe he'd have recordings or something like that, or it would be recording her actions so he can see what she's doing. Maybe something like that. This is just an excuse for them for that group to go to Vacuole, which would ideally be the next location. However, there isn't, other than the fact that Vacuole is like the only place that has been unaffected by all of this shit involving Salem thus far, that might be a plain enough reason to go to Vacuole. I can't pronounce it, I mispronounce it every time I say it. It's fine. I feel like they're gonna have to somehow make a way there, with some bullshit excuse or just some plain excuse. They'll find a way there. Tyrion and Mercury. I feel like, even though Mercury gave Emerald that look before he had to depart, with the knowledge now that actually, oh shit, Salem wants to destroy the world, like, he might not believe Tyrion, but why would Tyrion lie about this? Despite even though he's a sadistic motherfucker, why would he lie about this? So I have a feeling like Mercury's going to be half interested in, like, he's going to show some interest in these like plots or plan that he and Tyrion have to come up with. I don't know if they're going to go straight to the school and try and find the relic. Well, I believe it's the sword now. It's the only relic we're unaware of. I believe the crown was in where the first 3 volumes took place. The fucking names, the names, they will come to me. But I believe the sword is in Vacuole, so they're going to try and make a beeline there, try and get that relic, either by infiltrating the school, laying down plots, and like trying to make deals, talking to people, killing people. And I have a feeling, at least halfway through, as Mercury realizes, oh fuck, Tyrion is one cruel motherfucker. Maybe he wasn't lying about Salem wanting to destroy the world. He's gonna try and have a change of heart. I personally feel like Mercury isn't going to survive. He hasn't really had much build up. He hasn't really been, like, he's got a little bit of a character. He's got some depth. We know about his backstory. We know he doesn't have a semblance because it was stolen. And we know he's got robot legs. And he was trained for killing. We don't really know much more about him. He literally, like his color palette, he is blank. He is grey. We don't know enough about him. I know some people just love him because of his design and because he's like that cool edgy kid everyone wishes they were in high school. But I have a feeling like it's similar to the way they treated Hazel. They gave him a little bit, they didn't really expand on that, and he had one main character trait being like big brother or dad. Like he was kind of like that to Emerald and Mercury for a bit. And I feel like Mercury's one trait is, I'm the cool dude. Yeah. And I have a feeling he's gonna at least try and take out Tyrion once he sees Emerald. Once he sees Emerald's defection, I have a feeling he's gonna defect as well. He's like, oh, you listen to me. You've realized, yes, Cinder doesn't care about you. And I've realized Salem truly doesn't care about us. She wants to destroy everything. And face turn. But it's probably not going to last long. I can imagine Tyrion just fucking gouging him, bro. I don't imagine Tyrion would, like, be okay with Mercury having a change of heart. If he's like, he's probably going to act like, if you're not all in this, if you're not here for the devastation and destruction, then what good are you? Well, they're at least going to make it to Vacuole, because they left halfway through Volume 8. So, yeah, I have a feeling Mercury will turn face, but that won't last long. Man is going to perish. Salem and Cinder. I'm having trouble with them. I need to just double check the ending of Volume 8. When it was really stupid, but the way Salem and Cinder flew off into the sky, were they actually flying towards anything? RWBY Volume 8 ending. Let me watch. I sometimes go and watch Murder of Birds' fucking reactions, just so I can like rewatch the episodes in my own time. But yeah, I'm just watching the part where Ironwood is like reaching for his gun and whatnot. Oh, here's Watt's getting fucking obliterated. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm just paying attention. So yeah, Salem and Cinder have 2 of the 4 relics. Cinder still has only one of the Maiden's powers. The other Maidens are Raven, Winter, and an unknown Summer Maiden. So yeah, actually, yeah, we couldn't tell. They flew off into the sky, not towards anything in particular, because it shows them flying into the sky and then it cuts to the ship. So I'd assume Salem would have some sort of backup base. I doubt it would be another whale, but I have a feeling that they're not going to go directly to Vacuo, even though they very well could. I have a feeling Salem and Cinder will have some sort of base. So, full of Grim, obviously. Probably, no, actually, no. I'm an idiot. They have a base. That place with all the Grim pools and stuff. That was like the opening of Volume 4. I'm an idiot. They're probably going to go back there. But it's just going to be them 2. However, what if it isn't? I feel like they're going to want to do more than just have these 2 characters at this one location. I feel like Salem is going to begin work on a new Hound. And since it's Silver Eye Warriors, who else could it be? It could be someone random, or it could be Summer Rose. We all thought it was going to be. We were probably wrong. No, we were wrong. And I'm probably wrong in saying this, but I have a feeling, yeah, they're going to go back to the main base in the... Well, I believe it was actually in... I'm trying to remember my lore. There's a lot of lore going through my head. Was it in the Dark King's, like, Realm of Destruction? Was that where the Grim Pools were? I think it was. The Dark Lord, or whatever the fuck his name is, the Purple Dragon. So yeah, I have a feeling they're going to begin working on a new Hound. They're going to wait for an update from Mercury and Tyrion, and then they'll act. So definitely in Vacuole, they need to do something, and hopefully, I'm praying to fuck they already have the Summer Maiden. I'm hoping that, I believe Theodore was the name of the headmaster in Vacuole. Shade Academy, was it? I haven't actually had a chance to read, like, After the Dawn and the other book. I need to get on that and probably listen to it in audiobook form. But I believe Theodore was the name of the headmaster. So I have a feeling that, I pray that either one of the characters in those books, or it's just another character, I'm praying they already have the Summer Maiden. That would be very pleasant. Or, I just had the thought, what if Summer Rose is alive, being held hostage by Salem, and for name's sake purposes, she is the Summer Maiden? I doubt it, because I think the whole point is Cinder gives Cinder all the Maiden powers, and she doesn't, that would be kind of dumb. Ignore I said that. But they pulled the pin and made Winter the Winter Maiden as initially predicted, and, you know, namesake, her name is Winter. So yeah, cool. Next up, If they need the Summer Maiden. I'm hoping the Summer Maiden is already a character. They don't have to find her. And then Oscar's crew. Now that they have winter, it should be much easier to clear the weather, clear the sandstorm, gather all those refugees together, and then make their way to the academy. Or to Vacuole, sorry. In regards to what they're gonna do for a plot, maybe that crew will have to find the Summer Maiden. Maybe that crew will just need to stick together to fight the Grim. I'm not actually sure. I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is that they need to stop Tyrion and Mercury. And I have a feeling Emerald will say something like, hey, I know they're heading to Vacuole, we need to do something. So they work together to try and confront them, talk Mercury down, take out Tyrion. After contacting the headmaster, that will probably be the most important thing. I don't know if that will be an entire volume worth of plot, but I can see them starting there. And then the crew in this new fucking magical world. I made it clear in my video about Neapolitan that I don't want this world to restrict power or to take away or give power. I want this to just be a new location, essentially. But I have a feeling since it's connected to the relics in some manner, it's probably going to hold some power, if not some powerful beings in it. But I am drawn a blank because this is completely new and it's something I cannot predict. The only thing with them I can predict is Neapolitan face turn, due to the fact she's been betrayed by Cinder, never trusted Salem, and has nowhere else to turn, especially if she's convinced that, hey, Ruby didn't kill Roman. Check out my video about Neapolitan for more information on that. But in regards to other predictions, I think that's all. I mean, like, for Team RWBY specifically, I don't know, I suppose confirm Blake and Yang's relationship, let them kiss or something, I don't know, have some manner of confirmation about it. Ruby confronting Neapolitan, maybe even John and Weiss getting to interact more, because I know Weiss hasn't had a lot to do apart from reconciling with her family, and that was kind of handled in a weird way. So yeah, in regards to like my predictions, that's all I can really think of right now. I feel like this next season is going to be a huge mishmash, unless because only one of the groups, that being Oscar's group, that's what I'm going to call them, has the direct idea to go to Vacuole. And then Mercury and Tyrion are being sent there, so that's two lots going to Vacuole. How the fuck Crow's group, Salem and Cinder, and then Team RWBY are all gonna end up in Vacuole later blows my fucking mind. I don't have a feeling they would all instinctively go for Vacuole, because they need to gather themselves, they need to recollect, they need to sort themselves out first. So I have a feeling Volume 9 is going to be taking care of all that. Volume 10, I have a feeling, part of me feels like Volume 10 will either be the finale or set up the finale. I have a feeling that like either things will start in Vacuole they'll move to Haven. I remembered the name, the place where the first 3 volumes took place. Haven. It will move on to Haven, and then it will conclude, or Vacua will be the primary location of Volume 10. I don't think it'll be smart ending it on Volume 11, an odd number, especially for OCD brains, but either Volume 11 or 12 after that will be the conclusion, because there's not really much more you can do from here. Because we are only needing the information on one more relic, one more maiden. Technically 2 relics, so I suppose you could stretch it. But in the grand scheme of things, this other world that Team RWBY, Jawn, and Neo have been sent to might just be filler. It might just be a reason to extend the volume and like have everyone else feel like obviously the end result is that everyone's going to feel grief about them because they will think they're dead, and that's going to be very troubling for the remainder of the group. Red and Nora lost Jawn now. Fucking... Oh yeah, and don't forget, in the kill count for last volume, Penny. Damn. Again, don't bring it back. Oscar, or Ozpin, had the belief that Team RWBY was going to be one of the next major groups that could, like, help win the war, as he chose Team Stark previously. But they're gone now. A lot of their inspiration and glue for the group, for their huge war against Salem, is gone. So it's going to be just them filled with grief. And obviously, what sort of magic and what sort of power, what sort of creatures, what this world actually is so vague. Because there's been, like, apart from the brief kind of story that Oscar told Ozpin about, the man who fell through the world, or the girl that fell through the world, that was the only sort of allusion to this other world. Like, there was tons of hints of them falling, but yeah, it's very, very up in the air at the minute, and that's why we are very keen to see Volume 9 of RWBY. But part of me does feel like it's a bit of a filler thing. Anyway, I reckon there's enough rambling for now. That is my current thoughts and predictions for RWBY Volume 9. Let me know if you are interested in more content. I'm hoping to be doing episode reactions and have some more videos based on RWBY coming out soon enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.